So these are my three servers. This is the Computer Crunch one, this is the home server, and this is the backup server. So you see, these things are 15 years old now. So today I'm going to tell you the reasons why I'm still using 15-year-old desktops as servers. I'm also going to be swapping parts between these ones. Since this has a Core i7, this has a Core i5, I need the extra threads for the home server rather than the Computer Crunch server. And we're going to be giving them a clean as well. So all of these have been in service since the end of 2024, and they've been great, but I'll get into that shortly. Let's roll the intro. Okay, so let's talk about why I am still using these 15-year-old computers as servers. So number one is the size and the amount of hard drives I can fit in them. So each of these have 3 internal hard drives. The backup server also has an additional external hard drive, which I haven't got here, for a total of 24 terabytes of overall storage, without accounting for redundancy. So where these servers sit is about the only place where they can plug into Ethernet in the house, and they need to be relatively small. We can't have 3 full tower computers in there. In order to have the redundancy I'm looking for, I need to be able to have 3 hard drives in each, so I can get the capacity of 2. Except for the backup server doesn't have any redundancy because it's the backup. So I get 4 terabytes of usable storage on each of these, on the home server and the Computer Crunch server, and then I get 12 terabytes of usable space on the backup server. So the backup server backs up both of these servers. It also backs up my computers and my family's computers. Yeah, so it's doing a lot, and I don't think we really need redundancy for that at the moment, since it is the backup server. However, I am looking to see if I can put together another server to take down with me to Christchurch, so that we have a sort of 3-2-1 method. So 3 copies of the data, with 2 on location and 1 off-site. So yeah, these are 15 years old, of course, but they are still extremely reliable, and nothing newer actually has the amount of space for me to be able to put 3 hard drives in them, because all of the ones after that, they use the slim optical drives, which mean you can't put another 3.5-inch drive in the drive bay, at least on most small form factor ones. And these still meet my needs. They're mostly file servers. I do run a virtual machine on one, which is why we're swapping the hard drives of the home and Computer Crunch server, because I need the additional threads of the Core i7 for running those virtual machines. And the home server also runs Jellyfin Media Server and a few other things, whereas the Computer Crunch server does not. And each of them boot off of a USB drive. So let's get into sort of tearing them apart and dusting them, and then I'll be swapping over the parts. First I'll need to unlock these. This one, the Computer Crunch server normally has a padlock on it, because in the case these get stolen, no one can get access to the data without the password, unless of course they got into the actual computer, which is why I lock them. And these have electronic locks which cannot be unlocked without the BIOS password. Yeah, let's do it. I'll unlock these and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we shouldn't need any tools for this, but we'll get rid of the backup server for now, since I'll do the transfer between these 2 first. And we're also going to do a BIOS update on each of them as well. So let's get rid of the dust. It's not doing much. I'll just grab a brush. Okay, There we go. Let's just get rid of that dust first. So I won't be putting any new thermal paste on since that was done less than a year ago. So let's just open that. And I'll do the same on here as well. Oh, there's a lot of dust on there. Looks like there's been spiders in here as well. So there is a bit of a flaw with using the optical bay as a hard drive bay because it leaves this big hole open at the front. Okay, so I'll take these off and I'll spray it out. It's looking a bit better. Now for this one, so I'll swap these over since these are getting swapped over. Okay, so now I can, of course, take this out. So that can go up. And these can come out. Easy. Now I'll do the same with the fan. This thing's gross. Okay. Right, that's done. So now I'm going to remove these hard drives. So first let's unplug the cables. And then I'll spray this off. And these hard drives can go over by this server, because that's the one they're going into. And I'll get this one as well. And then this RAM is also going to be swapped into this one, so I'll take the RAM out too. Okay, so now I'm going to take this outside and give it a good spray. I will be back. So now let's do the same for this computer here. So this is the former server, which will now be the Computer Crunch server. Right, so let's start by getting this hard drive out. I'll just give it two more. Oh, that didn't sound good. Oh well, hopefully that still works. And same thing for this one. So these hard drives are pretty old. They're about 12 years old. Some of them are actually as old as these computers. Hence the redundancy, and they're cheap to replace. Yeah, so these were used hard drives when I got them. Hence the lot of redundancy, which is still way cheaper than new hard drives. And I'll also get the RAM from... In fact, I'll remove this shroud first. Yeah. Done about as much as it will be. Now let's get the RAM out. As we all know, pretty much the most expensive part on these computers these days. Okay, and now I will go and dust this out. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop these back together. Enjoy the montage. Okay, so now I will start BIOS updates on these two, and we'll do the backup server. Okay, so let's do this final server. So this is the backup server. The other ones have had their BIOS update done, and now they're going to do some TrueNAS updates as well. Alright. Oh, dusty again. Alright, let's dust this out. This can come off. Okay, that's done. Now I'll get the hard drives out. So first let's get these ones. Oh. What's that doing? Where's that screw there? That should be in there. That's weird. Okay. That's strange. Because that's how one of these died. The computer didn't actually die on its own. I had one of these die because a screw fell off one of these mounts. I think there's something up with them. Anyway, let's get this hard drive out. And then this one here. Okay. That RAM looks perfectly fine, so let's just get these out. And then this can come out. Good. Now this fan as well. Which is pretty gross too. Okay, and now I'll just blow the rest of this out, and then it can be put back together. So now let's put this back together. is all together now, so all I need to do is a BIOS update, software updates, and of course lock this lid. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, share this video with your friends, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.